So this is a example of how to build a drill down system. So for example, inside my department, I have several units. So say for example, if I look at my units, I have all my units and they are here. So what I want to do is that I want to be able to click on it, show my department, the users, as well as then show all the units within. So that's what we want to do. That's what we call a drill down workspace. So to do that, just take a look at build a new definition to go and look for what we call the departments selected. Yeah. So this shows for call the department ID, right? And to make it simple, I will just pull directly from my department list, right? But I will only filter for only one particular department ID, right? And that's when it equals to department ID. So I have a field called department ID, a parameter, and it will actually locate. Now, by pressing the expand button, we can look in and say, hey, what is in this particular thing, parameter? And it's going to be a text box. I don't need to I'll hide it, and I'll say it's param department ID. Yeah, and that puts it into the place. So once we have done that, we have pulled in all the lists, and now we can actually go in and select the information. So I can now select a layout because I'm only expecting one screen. I need to just run the code, and then I can immediately go in and build up a beautiful list for that. So for example, I can say this is for big title, I want to have a department, right? I will also want to have the head of department, and that would be this person here. And I will have another for the description. Well, just put in all the description for this department. And that's it. So I basically lay out a whole series of functions for me, a whole series of HTML layout, and I have my data. Don't need a paging because I'm only having a single page, and I will have saved this. So once I've saved this, all I need to do is hide all traces of it. I don't need a toolbar, I don't need anything on that matter. I press save, and now I add it to a page. And my page will be just called department details. So this is my department details. That's part of my master configuration, and save this, and it will be able to add this to my page. So when I go into my department system, I will just build a quick link into my department and say, hey, when you click on the department, can you just navigate to my page? So I'll go in, navigate to the page. This page that I want to go into is called department details. Oh, they asked me to pass the department ID, which I'll be happy to do so. I pass this, and voila, it will have gone. So when I'm done, I can just press this button and save this, and suddenly in my department, now I have the ability to go in. Yeah. And when I click on my information technology, I will be able to pull in and find that I have a department, but I do not have information my unit number. So now I can go in and just go and add a whole series of department dot units. This is for department. So I will come in and say, hey, could you please pull out all my lists from my units, okay, and please filter it by where the department is equals to my department ID. So I do the same thing. I save this, expand, put my parameter, make sure I get the right, pull in my department, and I'm done. Now that I've been there, I can now quickly go in and select my unit number, who is the HOU, yes, the code, and their status. Yeah. So with that, I can even say when it was modified and who modified it. I keep those information, and voila. So when I'm in, I can now go in and look at all the departments I have within here. So once I'm done, I can save, and this will end up in my department details. And this would be my units. So I'll just put it below, and voila. When I'm done, go in, the system will be able to show me all the units that I have. Whoops, one quick one, forgot to run the query. And sure enough, I will be able to get all the units within my department. And that's it.